Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. You're tuning into the Chit Chat Chew Show. Rocking solo tonight with Uno. Usually I have Jay with me, but unfortunately tonight she is not feeling good. She is sick. So today is not a good day, but that's okay. I want you guys to just send your positive vibes, positive blessings, Hope she gets better. Things happen. So we're gonna keep the show rolling though. So I'm rocking solo tonight. Have some actually great topics we're gonna discuss. All right. So we have Bill Cosby. Okay. Of course, you guys know he got sentenced. You know, 5 to 10 years in prison, if he even does all that time. But we shall see. But I'm sure they're gonna make an example out of him, and he's gonna do the whole time period that the judge granted. Then we have Suge Knight. He got sentenced as well. So yes, he got sentenced. This happened all in the same week. He got a lot more time than Bill Cosby. The system gave him 28 years, okay, in prison. So yeah, that's not looking pretty. So that's the second topic. Bill Cosby, Suge Knight. The third topic is Beyonce ex-drummer accuses. I can't really, I don't like that word accuse. Like, it just seemed like in the media they always put accuse or allegations that someone did this or did that, but no, I don't believe in that accuse. It's what you did, okay? What he or she did. So, but I'm just gonna run with this thing, okay? So Beyonce's ex-drummer accuses her of extreme witchcraft. But I don't believe it's an accusation. I believe it's the truth, and that's what happened. But of course, the media is going to play it out as if it didn't happen and it's not real, and she's making this up to cover up for Beyonce and keep her image clean. That's the entertainment world's job too, or else they can't make money. Anywho, so those are the three topics that I'll be discussing tonight. Now, the first one I'm going to get into is, oh, and by the way, our show is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So tune in live. Hope you're ready for what I'm about to speak about. Because, of course, if any of you that follow me on my personal page, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, I keep it real. I don't hold back. I speak my mind. I say how I feel. And that's what it is. So expect the same thing tonight when I say how I feel. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to go with this article that's coming from yahoo.com. So it's a recent article. I'm pulling it up now, so hold on. Let me pull this article up here. All right, yahoo.com. The headline reads, Bill Cosby sentenced to 3 to 10 years in state prison for sexual assault, deemed a sexually violent predator. All right, so Bill Cosby was sentenced on Tuesday to 3 to 10 years in state prison for the sexual assault of Andrea Costin. Judge Stephen T. O'Neill rendered the decision Tuesday, the second day of the sentencing hearing at the Montgomery County Courthouse in Norristown, Pennsylvania, saying, I'm not permitted to treat him any differently based on who he is or who he was. O'Neill also ruled that Cosby is a sexually violent predator and fined him $25,000. The sentence means that Cosby, once known as America's Dad, will spend at least 3 years behind bars and they will become eligible for supervised release, although that's not guaranteed, according to journalist Bobby Allen, who was in the courtroom, the judge would not grant bail. The comedian was escorted out of the courtroom in handcuffs and was placed in a car where he was headed off to state prison. And in this article, they have a mugshot of Bill Cosby. This is actually one from Twitter. So, of course, Twitter users reacted to his sentencing and his mugshot, what have you. I'm not going to read through all that. If you want to see it, I will make sure to post up the links as soon as I get a chance, because it's been I have a busy life, so trying to keep up with everything, it can be a lot. But yeah, just be looking out for the sources, and then once the sources are posted, you can check it out yourself. Cosby, 81, was convicted in April on 3 counts of felony aggravated. He was convicted in April on 3 counts of felony aggravated indecent assault. While they had the potential to carry a 30-year sentence, 10 years per count. O'Neill said Monday, and the district attorney and defense attorney agreed that the counts would be merged into just one. State guidelines recommend between 1 and 4 years for a single count. The DA requested a maximum sentence while Cosby's legal team argued for leniency given his age and frailty, including his blindness. The disgraced Cosby Show star arrived at court on Tuesday morning with a smile on his face as he walked in alongside his legal team and handlers. Okay, that word handlers. Key word, handlers. All right. I'm going to get to that in a minute. I just wanted to highlight that word because once I finish this article, I'm going to expunge on what they mean by that. His wife since 1964, Camille Cosby, opted again not to attend. He chose not to make a statement when the judge asked if he had anything to say. Following the verdict, Montgomery County District Attorney Kevin Steele said at a news conference on Tuesday that it's been a long journey to get here, and today justice was served. For decades, the defendant has been able to hide his true self and hide his crimes using his fame and fortune, Steele said. He used his acting skills and his enduring personality to win over his victims and keep them silent. Finally, Bill Cosby has been unmasked, and we've seen a real man as he's headed off to prison. Steele praised Andrea Constand, saying, "We are all better off because she's in our lives. You've heard about this assault changed her life. She has been through an ordeal through the past 14 years, and she has been solid and steadfast." The district attorney said she's been a rock. She's done the right thing over and over and over again. Cosby's publicist, Andrew Wyatt, said that Cosby is doing great following the sentencing. Mr. Cosby knows that God is watching over him. Oh, really? Okay. He knows that there are lies, Wyatt said. They persecuted Jesus, and look what happened. Okay. Mr. Cosby's doing fine. He's holding up well, and if anyone wants to say anything negative, you're a joke as well. How Jay-Z said. Okay. Ebony Benson read a statement on behalf of Camille Cosby where she accused the district attorney of using falsified evidence during the trial. According to Philadelphia Inquirer reporter Laura McChrystal, more than a half dozen Cosby accusers, of which there are approximately 60, were in the courtroom along with Constand, a former Temple University employee, for the sentencing. Day 2 always saw a psychologist who was an expert witness for the defense testify as to whether Cosby should be labeled as sexually violent predator. Prosecutors had called their witness on Monday. Timothy Foley told the court that the risk of sex offenders reoffending after age 70 is virtually negligible. Cosby's lawyer suggested that he hasn't acted out in more than 5 years. Judge O'Neill's ruling of the classification means that Cosby must undergo counseling for the rest of his life and report quarterly to authorities. His name will appear on the sex offender registry sent to neighbor schools and victims, according to the AP. Constand's victim impact letter was shared with the court. She said that the psychological, emotional, and financial bullying included a slander campaign in the media that left my entire family reeling in shock and disbelief. And Let's see. Laura McChrystal actually posted on her Twitter page these papers, following the psychological, emotional, mental, financial stress of the whole Bill Cosby case. Attorney Gloria Allred, who represented many of Bill Cosby's accusers, said she was glad that Judgment Day has finally come for Mr. Cosby, saying he showed no remorse. Shelly Lasher, who said Cosby drugged and sexually assaulted her in Las Vegas when she was 17 years old, said that while she wanted 30 years, she's very happy to know that Mr. Cosby would do time in prison. He is untouchable, just like he touched us unwillingly. All right, so much was said in this article. Now, how they treated Bill Cosby's case. Well, let me just be real. I don't give a fuck about the Cosby case or Bill Cosby. I don't care. Honestly, I don't. I've expressed that. I've expressed that already um, on social media. But I will say, the black people who's been paying attention to this case, and even myself paying attention to this case, the obvious picture here is the racial bias in Bill Cosby's case versus other celebrity cases, white men particularly. So, I mean, you have Harvey Weinstein, you got Woody Allen, you got Charlie Sheen, the guy that assaulted Terry Crews. I forgot that white guy's name. But these white guys are not treated the same way in their cases as Bill Cosby, because Cosby is black. So he's, of course, automatically he's going to be treated unfairly. I say the court system, the system itself, the men that control him, and then the court system combined wanted to make an example out of him because he's a black man. Because it's something he didn't do. As opposed to the white man, there's things that Harvey and Charlie didn't do. But this is the difference. Yes, the stories was huge in the media. Absolutely. Certain individuals were not sentenced. I mean, Harvey Weinstein had some sentencing going on, but that didn't even last long. I think last time I saw an article on Harvey Weinstein, I believe he made bail. He made bail and he's out in society. No consequences. Slap on the wrist, if you ask me. But here's Bill Cosby, who's done the same things as Harvey Weinstein, and he doesn't get a slap on the wrist. That's obvious. We can see that. Nah, he goes to jail for some years. He's registered as a sex offender. All his accolades that he's worked for through his career is taken away. There's many things that we can name that's been taken away from Cosby. But on the flip side, because I'm not one-sided with nothing. I look at that from all angles. I ain't taking nobody's side. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You're right, you're right. At the same time, black people have to understand that we can't do everything that white people do. This is just in general. I'm stepping outside of the Bill Cosby case right at this moment. I'm saying we can't do everything white people do in white America. Okay? Just because they're doing it don't mean you should do it. Because we all know it's not gonna be the same outcome if they do it. Now let me step back into this Cosby story. Now, there's a lot of things Cosby did behind scenes for years with women that's disgusting, unethical, No morals, no nothing. Just like Harvey Weinstein did, just like Charlie Sheen, Woody Allen, and the white people list goes on of celebrities, white men celebrities. But you reap what you sow. You do things to people, it comes back to you. Do I believe he raped all those women? No. Some, yes. I believe some he's done it to in the past. Have certain women lied on him? Absolutely. Certain women was paid to lie on Bill Cosby to take him down. And there were certain ones who willingly gave up their vagina to be with Cosby. Okay? But they use that to an advantage to twist the story and make it seem like he took advantage of them. Now, so let's dead there. I'm not saying he's guilty of all the things he did to those women. If you think he's not guilty of none of it, you crazy as hell, because Cosby admitted in the past, and quite a few times in the public eye, of the things he's done to women behind the scenes. It's not a secret what he's done, okay? So let's not act like this man is innocent, because he's not innocent, y'all. He should pay for what he did. Just like, and I'm saying the same thing no matter what color you are, white, black, whatever. Harvey Weinstein, nasty, sick ass, needs to pay too. But he's not going to pay because he's a white man. The system is designed to protect white people, period. That's it. Doesn't matter what the degree of the charges, the degree of the act is. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. They're going to protect each other regardless. So, again, with Cosby, he got what the hell he deserved. That's how I feel about it. And I mean, now the timing is kind of messed up. I mean, he's at an old age now. It's like, I mean, they could have just, I don't know. I mean, put him on house arrest. I mean, I don't know. I mean, but again, let me go back to this too. The part where it said handlers, he had. Let me go down this, see if I can find it. Okay. He had his legal team and handlers. Okay. That keyword handlers. Yes, Bill Cosby has handlers. He's controlled. This is the price you pay for fame. This is the price you pay. The question is, what did Cosby not do to even get in this situation in the first place? Any celebrity, if you seen the dirt that comes out by any celebrity, it ain't just Bill Cosby. It could be whoever. If any dirt comes out on a celebrity, it's true. Now it's probably mixed with fiction. It's probably mixed with lies. So they add the facts and truth with the lies and fiction. Doesn't mean it's not true. Because anytime a celebrity gets into the entertainment industry, those big guys who run the industry make sure to keep record of things you do that's negative or dirty or demonic or satanic in the industry on the back burner to use against you, so they want to blackball you with it. Everything is used as leverage. Now, once the celebrity knows that, they have to go along with the program of anything that they're told to do, no matter what it is. How it could be the most extreme, most evilest thing ever. They have to go along with it, or there will be consequences if they do not. So whatever Cosby didn't do for the entertainment industry, Because you don't get out. You're in it forever. After you done signed your name in blood, there's no getting out. It's blood in, blood out. That's how the industry works. So I truly believe he had to give up his wife. He didn't want to give up his wife. I mean, we could argue that, he tried to buy NBC years ago. He also advocated for black people long before that he tried to buy NBC. I remember I was researching some stuff about Bill Cosby. He was heavy on telling enlighten his people as far as the truth about black people, as far as who we are, the huge contribution we made to the planet. So he was aware. That added fuel to the fire. But I think the nail in the coffin was something he didn't do previously. And I said it. He didn't want to give up his lady, his wife, Camille. So, I mean, he lost his son. Well, he was sacrificed because, I mean, the story don't sound right. But so that's why he's suffering now. And then it was bound to happen anyway. They were just waiting on the right time to crucify and hang Bill Cosby anyway, because the type of person Bill Cosby was, the big guys in the industry didn't like that. The white men, because those are the white mafia, because that's who runs the entertainment industry. They didn't like his mindset. They didn't like his thinking. They felt like he was above. And they had to remind him, you're not. You're just a nigga in the entertainment industry with money. So handlers are just people that controls the celebrity to keep them in line. That is it. That's all they put there for. Every celebrity has a handler. All right, every celebrity has a handler. Uh, Now he said that God is watching over him. What God is he talking about? Because he's not talking about the same God that your regular folk are talking about. It ain't. Notice he didn't specify what God. And God shouldn't be referenced to the creator anyway. God is, you turn around dog and you can go further. Dogma, that's going into idol worship. But that's a whole other conversation. But he didn't say Yahshua. He didn't specify the force that he's giving light to. But in the entertainment industry, we know what light he's given to. We know the God he's talking about. I mean, if you're wearing costumes, you should know who he's talking about. What he's talking about. He's talking about the devil, Lucifer, because it's damn sure not the creator is not Yahshua. He has not specified who they is. Because God could be anybody. It could be anything or anybody. There's been gods for, eons, for centuries. And plus Lucifer is known as a god. So that's who he's talking about. He's talking about Lucifer. Yeah, he watching over you all right. Yeah, okay. You gotta pay the piper though. You gotta pay the piper. What else is there left for Bill Cosby to do? The industry is done with him. He's finished. Same thing with R. Kelly. He's finished. See, I know what the next step is. I'm sure. I know what the next step is. Once they got Bill Cosby in jail, you already know. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna wait till it happens. Let's see what else I want to talk about in this article. Let's see. Falsified evidence. I do believe evidence was falsified. Yeah. They really persecuted this guy. Like, but yeah, I have no more to say within this article. It's just some key points I wanted to touch on in this article. Uh, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, what can you do? I mean, again, that's just the price you pay of being in the entertainment industry. That's what comes with it. Your time is with the times. Okay, realizations and accomplishments. Let's see here. All right. Okay, they got a timeline of things. 1965, he had his first Grammy. He won for best comedy performance for the album I started out as a child. He was nominated for 15, okay? Over the next 22 years, he won 9 times. Stars in I Spy. He starred in I Spy. He was the first American actor to star in a dramatic series on American TV. Won an Emmy for that performance 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row. Oh, and another thing, I know these known big publications, it's certain numbers that they use. You notice they use certain numbers. They play on numbers, numerology, geometry, things of that nature. But it's certain numbers that they use for energy. Okay, notice it has 3 years in a row and um, 15 Grammys. And you probably hear somewhere. I'm saying that to say they have certain magic numbers that gives them power. So 3 and 6 they use to, but in their world, power numbers have power. I want you to keep that in mind. That is the reason why they use certain numbers. All right, mid 1960s, racing top dollar in comedy shows. So he had a long stand in I Spy, made 30,000 a week in Las Vegas, Tahoe. He had 5,000 a night for random performances. This is where many of Cosby's accusers will say the incidents occurred while he was on the road doing comedy, mostly in Las Vegas. Well, it's probably true. It's not far-fetched. Mid 60s, this lady named Sunny Wells, she was saying that March 27, 2015, that Cosby raped her twice when she was an aspiring singer in the mid 1960s by drugging her drink. She said the first time he attacked her, she was drinking champagne after the song. 1965, Christina Rulli. She was a 22-year-old secretary in Los Angeles in 1965 when she met Cosby. Rulli alleges that Cosby invited her to his home where she says she passed out after 2 drinks. It was all fine and I woke up in bed. And she told us to the Philadelphia magazine. I found myself on the bed. I was just coming to. Another thing I want to throw out there is these are like rituals, man. I mean, especially if you're an aspiring actress, aspiring model, aspiring, media personality, and then you get around these famous, powerful, rich men. There's things you would have to do to get in certain positions. So I definitely can believe those stories. And let me reiterate, in the current situation of Bill Cosby's story, do I believe all the women were raped? No. Some of them, yes. All right, now back to what I'm saying. In that world, women have to sell themselves to gain success and fortune. That's all I'm saying. 1966, he wins his first. He was the lead actor in I Spy, and he wins in 1967 and 1968. 1967, Carla Ferrigno. She was the wife of credible Hulk star Lou Ferrigno. 1967, she went on a double date with a friend, Cosby's wife Camille. Cosby got her alone, grabbed her and kissed her. She pushed him off and ran to find her date, who took her home. Then there's other women: Linda Joy Traits, Joan Tarshish, Sandra Ladd, Linda Brown. Then in 1969, 1971, she stars in the Bill Cosby Show. He was a high school gym teacher, also a bachelor. It is Bill Cosby's first starring role on a TV series, his groundbreaking work in I Spy. He was an Emmy for his variety program, The Bill Cosby Special. He stars in the Fat Albert TV movie in 1969. Then there's a case about Victoria Valentino, who accused Cosby of drugging her and raping her. Same thing with Autumn Burns, Louisa Moritz, Tamara Green, Colleen Hughes, Linda Ridgway. This is all from 1969 all the way to 1970s. Yeah, 1970s. And mind you, he's doing it in the 60s too, okay? So that's a big gap. That's a huge timeline gap of things he's just committing. Well, for some. 1971, he stars in his feature film. Okay. Man and Boy, that he starred in the film. He was a former Union soldier, new life in the Arizona Territory. Then 1972 to 1985 was the Fat Albert cartoon. Cosby, he actually did the voices for this show. Again, we're going into 1970. This is early 1970s. Helen Hayes accusing Cosby of the same thing, drugged and raped her. Kathy McKee. Well, let me read on Kathy McKee, though. A casting agent actress of the time she and Cosby met up in Detroit. She had stayed to see her parents after performing in a show with Sammy Davis Jr., who she was dating. McKee had known Cosby for years, appearing on the Bill Cosby Show in 1971. Cosby asked her to pick up ribs and take him to a party. When she arrived at St. Regis Hotel, she says he appeared wearing a robe and a cap, and that he raped her. The whole incident was 60 seconds. She never confronted Cosby, never told Davis, and never went to the police. He just assumed I'm Bill Cosby. McKee told the Times, I'm the number one star in the world. I can do what I want, take what I want. That's the way it's been in this business. He continues in 1974 with Judith Huth. Then he comes the Jello spokesman for Jello in 1974. So he was there for a long period of time. And then more accusations. It was not accusations. Maybe in some cases, but not all. But anyway, more stuff comes out about him doing the same thing for so many years. Marcella Tate, Margie Shapiro, Teresa Serignes, then Bill Cosby gets a star on the Walk of Fame in 1977. Going into 1977 again, I mean, more stories of Sarita Butterfield, Patricia Leary Stewart, you know, accusing Cosby of getting drugged and raped, which probably happened. It probably happened. Joyce Emmons, PJ Maston. This goes all the way into the 80s, early 80s. So we got Linda Kirkpatrick. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna read this. Sometime to read it, so I'm gonna read it anyway. Linda Kirkpatrick met Cosby at a tennis tournament in Las Vegas in 1981. She alleges he invited her to his show where he gave her a drink. She says she next remembers him kissing her in his dressing room. She says Cosby later apologized and invited her back only to forcefully grab and kiss her again. Kirkpatrick spoke at a January 2015 news conference. Then you have Renita Cheney Hill, Janice Dickinson. Janice Dickinson, by the way, she did admit that she was paid to lie on Bill Cosby. So this never happened. I'm gonna read the fuckery anyway, but it never happened. This is 1982, so all that in the 80s going into 1982. So in May 2015, former model Janice Dickinson sues Cosby for defamation after his legal team accuses her of lying about an incident in 1982. Go back to what I just said. Let me read what the legal team said. Accuses her of lying about an incident in 1982. All right. In which she says he sexually assaulted her. In 2006, Dickinson described Cosby as a bad guy who preys on women during a radio interview with Howard Stern. In 2014, Dickinson tells Entertainment Weekly that Cosby drugged and raped her. The last thing I remember was Bill Cosby in a patchwork robe, dropped his robe and getting on the top of me. And I remember a lot of pain. Going more into the 80s, you have 1982 again, Janice Baker Kinney, Beth Ferrier, Hitty Thomas. Then 1984 to 1992, Bill Cosby created and starred in the Bill Cosby Show. So this is the beginning of history for black sitcoms. He played as Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable, the show's most watched program on TV for 5 straight seasons and drew more than 60 million viewers. NBC's signature Thursday night comedy block was considered groundbreaking in its crossover appeal and its depiction of a stable, worldly, mobile black family living in Brooklyn, New York. 1985, he wins a Golden Globe for the Best Television Series for The Bill Cosby Show. The following year, he wins another one for Best Actor. He was nominated 5 times over his career. More cases of women here coming out about their story. Barbara Bowman, Rebecca Lynn Neal, Beverly Johnson. Let me get to Beverly Johnson. This is going into the mid-80s. Beverly Johnson, if you know back in the day, and if you're into modeling, or at least up on game about modeling and entertainment, you know about Beverly Johnson. But I'm going to read this little tidbit about her side of what happened to her. A top model during the 1970s and 80s, Beverly Johnson pens a December 2015 Vanity Fair article saying Cosby drugged and assaulted her during a time when she was being considered for a role on The Cosby Show. I knew by the second sip of the drink Cosby had given me that I'd been drugged and drugged good. She wrote she screamed obscenities at him and alleged he yanked her down a flight of stairs with a force she feared would break her neck. She did not describe the assault as sexual. 1987, Sammy Mays, Chillin' Lasha. Then he creates a spinoff, Bill Cosby, 1987, A Different World. So his TV daughter Denise Huxtable, played by Lisa Bonet, above center, attended a historically black college. Bonet leaves the show after 2 seasons, but the show runs until 1993. He created another show, and he starred in Leonard Part 6. So yeah, he starred and produced it. It wasn't a good show, so it ended quickly. But it was about an alien fighting secret agent, a film that received some of the year's worst reviews and earned multiple Razzie Awards. In 1987, there's more cases. You got Helen Goodwell, Jewel Allison, Jennifer Kaya Thompson, Lisa Lotte Lublin. You got Eden Turl. You got Lily Bernard. You have Casey. I want to read Casey's story. This is 1990s, all right? So we getting into the 1990s. The names I just mentioned, that's early 90s, but now we get into just the 1990s. Offering only her first name, Casey tells reporters at a news conference that she met Cosby while working for the William Morris Agency. During her 6 years with the agency, she said she developed a cordial professional relationship with Cosby. At one point, Casey said she met with Cosby for lunch in his bungalow at the Hotel Bel Air. Food and wine were brought in, and Cosby gave her a large white pill to help her relax. She said Casey alleged she awoke later in bed with Cosby wearing only an open robe. 1991, he's dug into the Hall of Fame. Another case in 1992, Angela Leslie. 1996, Cosby stars in Jack. That's with Robin Williams. Then 1996 to 2000, Bill Cosby and Felicia Rashad, who played his wife on the show, They star in this sitcom for 4 seasons. He played Hilton Lucas, a forced retiree. 1998, he receives Kennedy Center honors. He was at a White House reception before the ceremony. President Clinton praises Cosby for his remarkable gift of being able to look inside the human experience in all its depths and diversity and hold up to the universal light of laughter. Of course, that would be Bill's buddy. Given that Bill Cosby, not Bill Cosby, Bill Clinton is a rapist and a sexual predator himself. It's a whole nother conversation. 1998 to 2000, he was the host of Kids Say the Darndest Things. It was basically a revival of Art Linkletter's House Party. 2002, he was awarded Presidential Medal of Freedom. Hank Aaron also received that award. 2005, he delivers the pound cake speech. Now, this is where things went left. The amount of years that Bill Cosby been in the entertainment industry and impacting the black culture, just on an entertainment level, probably to a degree of on a social aspect too. But this is where it went left for black people, so they just really had a different perception of Bill Cosby at this point. So Cosby gives a speech as a part of an NAACP commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the landmark Brown versus Board of Education segregation case. He blames petty crime on bad parenting. These are people going around stealing Coca-Cola, people getting shot in the back of the head over a piece of pound cake. Then we all run out and are outraged. The cops shouldn't have shot him. What the hell was he doing with the pound cake in his hand? I wanted a piece of pound cake just as bad as anybody else. And I looked at it and I had no money. And something called parenting said, if you get caught with it, you're going to embarrass your mother. Not you're going to get your butt kicked. No, you're going to embarrass your mother. You're going to embarrass your family. He also brought up single mothers and young people wearing their pants too low. The speech drew the attention of comedian Hannibal Buress and helped shape the judgment, releasing his 2005 disposition in Andrea Costa's lawsuit against him, as the judge ruled the public moralized and made him a public figure. This is my thing with Bill Cosby when he said the pound cake speech. Now, the mind space I was in at that time when he said it and what I was doing in that period, I didn't like nothing he said. I remember me and my father having this conversation about that. I mean, of course, my father agreed with him. I mean, my dad is an old head, so he saw how Bill Cosby saw it. Of course, I didn't understand it. I mean, I don't have to agree. I didn't agree with none of it at all until I was more educated and being more aware, conscious of just what our people do as a whole and things we could change with ourselves. And really, it go back to knowing who you are, know how you should represent yourself. I was little, I was younger then. Now that I'm older, I see where Bill Cosby is coming from. Not about no damn pound cake though. I'm not saying the pound cake part. I still don't agree with that. But I'm saying far as having your pants down, uh what else he said in here? What else here? And he talking about single mothers, and even just committing acts that could be detrimental to themselves and to the community. I just don't agree with the pound cake part. I mean, for the simple fact, it must be a reason why that person stole the pound cake. Obviously, they was hungry. So I'm not saying it's right to steal. I'm not saying it's right. But you don't know what their condition is. You don't know what their struggle was. You don't know what they had going on in their life where they probably stole more than pound cake. They probably went to somewhere else and stole other food. And they just happened to want some pound cake. They was hungry. I mean, I can understand that. Do I agree that I'm not saying it's right to steal at all. I'm saying in certain situations, it could be justifiable in a way. It's understandable. So if someone's hungry in general, it don't have to be over a pound cake. If it's just food, they steal food just to eat. They should be persecuted because they stole some food. Now, I mean, if you're in there stealing makeup or, headphones or stuff like that, like devices, you stealing devices. Like now, I can understand you putting yourself in a compromised situation that could be dangerous. And you're a black person, you already got a strike against you because you're black already. Okay, and you are adding fuel to the fire by doing something stupid, and it doesn't make any sense when you can go out and work for that and get it yourself. Why steal? And this is the thing about stealing. Like you take from somebody, they have a right to take from you. And I'm not talking about stealing from you. I'm talking about everybody's not in the same space. Everybody doesn't have the same tolerance for thieves. So if someone steals and they get shot, that's their fault. That's their problem. That's karma because you shouldn't be stealing anyway. For something that person worked hard for, you don't know what they had to sacrifice. You don't know what they had to go through to get it. And here you come, want to take from them because you lazy in society or you making excuses of how you can't better yourself and want to take for everybody else because you feel like everybody owes you something. Now, as far as just that whole aspect, I understand that part of, you know, not stealing, but the pound cake part, I don't get that. I mean, but if you still have a store and it's something stupid and the cops shoot you, I mean, what did you expect? I mean, what? You shouldn't have done it. And again, it goes back. You go back to your skin color. Yes, because you black. Why even do it? Why even give them ammunition? Is what I'm saying. The best thing for black people to do is please try to stay out of police way, please. I'm not saying you can avoid every little situation. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you can avoid it, stay out of their way. Don't give them no reason to hurt you. They all want to hurt you anyway. They look for any little thing, and even they'll look for lies just to hurt you. They'll plant stuff on you. They'll say things to egg the situation on, whatever the case is. Stay out of the way. Try to do the right thing. Go out here and be a productive person in society. That's all I gotta say on that. Now with Bill Cosby, my problem with him is I get certain things he said, like he had certain points on certain situations, but some stuff he just not making sense. And he can't talk because I mean, how you gonna judge someone and you're a public figure when you doing all this dirt behind the scenes and demonic stuff at that? So Bill Cosby, you got no fucking room to talk about nobody when you got a whole bunch of damn skeletons in your closet. You're not having a productive motherfucking society for you to throw stones on black people. And that's probably where a lot of the problem comes with black people. That's where the division came with black people and Bill Cosby. Because who was he to throw judgments on someone when he's not even perfect himself at all? I mean, yes, he's done things to help the community. I'm fully aware of that too. All the positive things he did and tried to do. However, he was drugging and raping women and admitting this publicly. So I can't take you serious, Bill Cosby. I can't take your ass serious. I mean, drugging and raping women. Come on. Sacrificing your son. Hmm? I mean, you want to talk about embarrassment, embarrassment of the mother, embarrassment of the family. You embarrassment to all mothers and to all black families. What kind of example you setting as a older man or older person? And this is why the young generation don't give a fuck about you old people anyway. Because how y'all carry yourselves. But try to beat down and tear down the younger generation. And y'all not even setting an example. I won't say all. I'm just saying to those who are not doing their job as an elder. That's who I'm talking to. And Bill Cosby, you included. So yeah, I have a problem with his speech. And it's funny how he made his speech in 2004 and we are fast forwarding to 2018 and he's put on Front Street for the same things he's been preaching about to black people. I mean, you talking about taking away Coca-Cola and for pound cake and you taking away women's private areas. So what makes you different? You ain't different, bruh. So stop. Moving on. 2004, Andrea Costin. Now this name kept coming up, so I'm gonna have to read this. All right. The reason why this name keep coming up, this is the same lady that's been through the headline news and even on social media through the major uh, news companies and major news outlets. The one that everybody say look like a dude. Yes, Andrea Costin. So I'm definitely gonna read her. Let's read her story. If it's even a damn woman, but okay. In 2005, Andrea Costin tells police that Cosby assaulted her a year earlier at his mansion in Cheltenham, Pennsylvania. The former Temple University employee said he invited her home after a dinner, gave her pills for stress and tension, then helped her to a sofa when she became dizzy and sick. She awoke with her clothing in disarray. She said she drove herself home and decided not to report what happened to police because of Cosby's fame and her position as a women's basketball administrator. Instead, she said she contacted a lawyer. In July 2015, a judge released court documents revealing that Cosby admitted in 2005 that he got Quaaludes. In 2005, he admitted he got Quaaludes, a hypnotic sedative used recreationally as a party drug with the intent of giving them to young women. He wanted to have sex with. In the court documents, he said he had given Constantine 3 half pills of Benadryl, but did not admit to giving her Quaaludes. Inconsistency in that 3-part sentence. 2005, assault allegations are first made public. So that was first made public by Andrea Costin. She filed a lawsuit against him. Then 2008, Chloe Goins. Then 2013, Bill Cosby returns to stand-up. It's been over 30 years since he did one. Then this is where all the junk blew over and everything hit the fan. When Hannibal Buress did his stand-up. Whoever ain't seen it, you should watch it. I'm sure many of you have watched it, but I'm talking about for those who didn't see it. So yeah, he brought it all out, and it really exposed Bill Cosby in a huge way. So, October 16, 2014, Hannibal Buress' stand-up routine goes viral. Hannibal Buress, during a stand-up performance in Philadelphia that goes viral, renews the allegations against Cosby in a sketch about what he saw as Cosby's hypocritical crusade against hip-hop culture and unraveling of the black family. And let me get back to this here. Let me go back to this part where he talks about Bill Cosby's disdain for hip-hop culture and black comedians after him. I'm going to speak on that too for a second. Now, from the certain things I've been looking at with certain comedians who spoke on Bill Cosby personally, they even opened up about Bill Cosby not liking their approach to comedy, their style of comedy. Of course, from Eddie Murphy, D.L. Hughley spoke on it. Quite a few spoke how they felt about Bill Cosby's disdain for their style of comedy. And then, of course, we all know Bill Cosby wasn't a fan of hip hop. He was always trying to tear that down. So, so I definitely understand why Hannibal Buress spoke on those hypocritical messages that Bill Cosby spewed. Cosby had made a speech at the NAACP's commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the landmark Brown versus Board of Education segregation case. Bill Cosby has the smuggest old black man public persona that I hate, Burris says. He gets on TV, pull your pants up. Black people, I was on TV in the 80s. I do agree with Cosby on pulling your pants up because it don't look right. It's tacky. It's not classy. So, I ain't gonna lie. I've did it many times in the past. And when I look at pictures, when I go back and look at pictures, I didn't even like it. I ain't like myself even doing that. I don't see, and that's the thing of growth, man. You learn, you evolve and try to make yourself better, and you strive to be a better person. Just all around, even how you carry yourself. So I'm aware of not to do that. So I don't sag hard like I used to. No, not as hard. So I get Cosby on that part. But let's go back to the article. Pull your pants up, black people. I was on TV in the 80s. I could talk down to you because I had a successful sitcom. Yeah, but you rate women. Bill Cosby so turn the crazy down a couple notches. I guess I want to just at least make it weird for you to watch Cosby Show reruns. Within weeks, both Netflix and NBC had scrapped projects with Cosby. Stand-up performances were canceled around the country, and TV Land pulled the Cosby Show from its lineup. And that's what just for Bill Cosby's career since then has been downhill. And these cases that have come out the woodworks. It's been out the woodworks, but I'm saying it brought more fuel to it. All right, because the allegations really kept coming down. Like at that time, then it built it up from 2014 all the way to 2018, and Bill Cosby met his demise. So November 20th, 2014, new allegations pour in. January 6th, 2016, LA County prosecutors won't charge Bill Cosby in 2 sexual assault cases. February 3rd, 2016, judge rules Bill Cosby's sexual assault case in Pennsylvania can proceed. February 25th, 2016, Bill Cosby drops lawsuit against model who accused him of drugging her. March 24th, 2016, Bill Cosby ordered to stand in trial, 2004 sexual assault case. March 29, 2016, Bill Cosby ordered to stand trial in 2004 sexual assault case. April 26, 2018, Cosby loses bid to have Riverside woman's lawsuit dismissed. September 28, 2016, California eliminates statute of limitations for some sex crimes. February 24, 2017, judge rules that only one of 13 Cosby accusers can testify. April 10, 2017, Cosby's Little Bill Children's Books made list of most banned books. May 16, 2017, Cosby says he won't testify at trial. May 24, 2017, jury selected for Cosby's trial. June 6, 2017, Andrea Costin testifies. June 15, 2017, jury dreadlocked and can't reach verdict. June 17, 2017, mistrial declared in Cosby's trial. April 26, 2018, Cosby found guilty in retrial. September 25th, 2018, this is it. Cosby gets 3 to 10 years in prison. And there you have it. So that's the whole timeline building up to Cosby's demise. Well, he had it coming. Again, I don't give a damn about Cosby. I don't give a damn what his consequence is. I mean, my thing with black people, why are y'all so warped in this? Why are y'all so warped in this? Why do you even care? I mean, what did you expect? What? They get a slap on the wrist, get off lightly? This is not how it works for black people. Hello? This is not how it works for y'all in the court system or really just in the justice system, period. This is just the way it's set up. Y'all ain't figured this out by now? I mean, what rock y'all under? It is what it is. The system is designed for Europeans only. It works for them only. I mean, this is bound to happen. I mean, this is the thing, because if you are conscious of what's going on, really more conscious of who you are, aware of who you are as a black person, and knowing where you stand in this country, then this shouldn't even bother you as much. I mean, I do understand it bothers you because it's racial biased and it's not fair. And they're doing it because he's a black man and they want to make a prime example out of him, which they really did. But that's just how it is. I mean, nothing is gonna change. Get this through your thick skulls, y'all. It ain't gonna change. What are we gonna do about it? That's my question. What is the solution? What are we gonna do about it? Now that he's in there and countless of black men are in jail or in prison, what are we gonna do about it? What is the solution? No, we can sit here and be mad and emotional and our feelings about what happened to Bill Cosby, but what is being done to channel that energy to help our people? I mean, what can we do? We need to get more black judges in there. We can get more prosecutors. We can get more lawyers. That's the stuff we need to be doing, being more proactive. Faith into action. As Jay says, I like what she says, faith into action. Like she be saying, so nah, she do though. Yeah, so that, I mean, maybe it's just me. I'm just not all emotional about it. I mean, for one, I don't care for Cosby any fucking way, so you know. And I mean, just celebrities. I mean, they don't make or break my life. That's any celebrity, and I mean any, white, black, whoever. It doesn't. I don't get wrapped in it because it's more to life than celebrities. And plus, there's a lot going on in the world that I need to be focused on. I need to worry about. Give a damn what the hell celebrities doing. They made that deal with the devil. Not I, not no regular person in this society. They made that deal. So they have to lie in their shit. You gotta pay for your choices, good or bad. Problem with some of you black people, you need to stop worshiping these celebrities, especially the black ones. Stop worshiping these black celebrities and focus on yourself, getting right with the creator. Get your life in order. If you don't believe in the creator, that's fine. I just say get your life in order. Worry about that. Why you jumping out the window over somebody you don't even know? I mean, it doesn't make sense. So, and let's be real, because at the end of the day, you can, cape and pirate and be gung ho about a celebrity, but they're not going to do the same for you at all. If you ever try to hook up with these celebrities to do something positive, they're going to turn on you because they're agents. They're not supposed to be for you. Their allegiance is to the industry, not to you. So I'm going back to what I'm saying. So why the hell do I supposed to care? Why are we supposed to care for? They're not doing nothing to help us. So, I mean, I understand, but we need to focus on other things that's important right now, okay? But I did want to talk about this Bill Cosby thing because that's the trend right now. That's the big story that's out right now, and it recently happened. So I just wanted to expunge on this whole situation and how I feel about it too. Now, going to the next person who I feel the same way about is Suge Knight. Okay, he got 28 years. So I'm going to read that. 28 years for a hit and run. If y'all saw it on TMZ, you know what I'm talking about. They have live footage, TMZ, of Suge Knight running over a black man. All right? That's what he's getting charged for. This is coming from digitalspy.com. Headline reads, rap mogul Suge Knight to serve 28 years in prison after reaching plea deal over hit and run death. Former U.S. rap mogul Marion Suge Knight was served 20 years in prison after reaching a plea deal over a hit and run incident in 2015. It ain't happened that long ago. Knight, who co-founded hip-hop label Death Row Records, pleaded no contest, the legal equivalent of a guilty plea under California state law, to a voluntary manslaughter charge over the incident. Because if he didn't plead in that sense, well, that degree of the charge, I'm sure he would have got more time. He made the plea deal to avoid charges of murdering one man and attempting to murder another with his pickup truck in Compton, Los Angeles. He admitted to using a deadly and dangerous weapon when he ran the two men over. The hit and run happened after the argument over the making of Straight Outta Compton, the Oscar-nominated movie biopic about rap group NWA. Knight will be formally sentenced to 28 years in prison in October. The deal calls for the 53-year-old to serve 22 years in prison for voluntary manslaughter and a further 6 years because of the U.S. three strikes law related to repeated violations. As a part of the agreement, the murder charges against Knight will be dismissed by prosecutors along with separate criminal cases charging him with robbery and making criminal threats. Prosecutors said that Knight been found guilty of murder as originally charged, he would have faced a life sentence. And I just said that before I got into this article. If he didn't cop that plea, he would have served more time. One of the victims, Terry Carter, died of his injuries, while the other, and by the way, if you look at the TMZ video and you see the guy that got ran over, they're talking about Terry Carter. He's the man that got ran over and died of his injuries, while the other, Clay Bonet Sloan, suffered serious injuries to his feet and head. Okay. My sentiments about Bill Cosby, my sentiments is the same about Suge Knight. You know, it's crazy how people was reacting to Dash Dillinger. He felt about Suge Knight's sentencing. I don't know if you guys saw the video where Dash Dillinger was speaking his mind and saying how he really feels about Suge Knight's sentencing. That's that man's feelings. Or how you gonna take that away because he don't agree with what everybody else is saying because it's supposed to be the political correct way. Listen, if you did wrong to people and you wish hurt and death upon them, that comes with a price too. That's karma. So if someone does it to them or wish death on them, who cares? So when Dad said what he said about Suge Knight, basically saying, good, you deserve the 20 years in prison. That's basically just how he said it. Like, you got what you asked for. I mean, and then if you know the long history of Daz, corrupt, you know, just the whole history with Daz, corrupt, Tupac, Snoop Dogg, anyone affiliated with Death Row, Danny Boy, whatever. You know, but Daz and Suge didn't have a tight relationship. They didn't get along. So a lot of that stems from in the past too. But what Daz said about Suge Knight deserving of 20 years, okay, that's that man's feelings. Everybody's not gonna feel the same way. And let's face it, all the wrong things he's done to people, the wrong, harmful things he's done to people, and he's ruined lives. How is someone supposed to have sympathy and empathy for that? He has to pay for what he's done. Period. Doesn't matter how much good he did. I'm well aware that he's done good for black people. I've heard all the stories. I've heard all the information about it from celebrities that's told their side of what he's done for people in the music industry and really just in life in general, helping just regular people out in their situations. Black people. I'm gonna be specific. Black people. That don't mean that's not right your wrongs just because you do some good for some people. Cause let's be real, y'all. The universe, how people feel about how people feel when they wish death on someone, or not even just wishing death, but just really wishing bad, or really just speaking how they feel about that person. Maybe to the outside looking in a negative way, but really how the universe see it. Universe has that same accord, actually. Because if you look at the universe, yeah, you got to say that universal karma. You got good karma and bad karma. So what they say, two wrongs don't make a right. So you could have done right in the situation. You could have said right in the situation, but the universe still looking at what you did that was wrong, period. Doesn't matter how you construct it in your mind or how you justify it to yourself. The universe deals with what is, not what she did, he did, whoever did. It doesn't matter. You got what the hell you deserve. That's how the universe look at it. You gonna get what the hell you deserve, good or not. So that's why I just don't understand why people just take it so literally and to heart because someone says they Glad someone is in there for 28 years. Okay. So now you're gonna throw the book at the person because they speaking how they feel. Everybody's not gonna feel the same way when someone is dead or when something bad happens to them. That's just life. Oh, you shouldn't speak ill of the dead, or you shouldn't wish death on somebody, or oh, even in that diligent situation. Oh, why would he want him to have 28 years in jail? That's messed up. Why he wishing negative on the man? And, oh, we got to get at Daz because he talking reckless. Really? Is it really that serious? It's really not that serious. Listen, long as you're a breathing human being, everybody's not gonna like you and everybody's not gonna love you, okay? And when you die, people are gonna feel the same way and they're gonna talk shit about you and they're gonna be glad you're dead. Okay, so let's move on. Okay. Regardless if you're here on this earth or not, people are gonna feel how they feel about you. And I know what I'm saying sounds fucked up and harsh, but that's the reality, okay? To be honest with you, I had no problem with what Dad said. He got what the hell he deserved. Karma for all the things that you've done to people. Doesn't matter if he's associated with a gang, because the gang is not helping them in the justice system where they at, because they're not helping them. Everybody want to, if they say Dad's starting a gang war, I mean, why has he even escalate to that point? Because he has a feeling about Suge Knight. Well, they should just respect how he feel and leave it at that. Like, why we find out stupid stuff that don't even make sense. Just like how people felt about X it was divided. Like people felt negative about him. There's people that didn't feel that way about him. But the people that felt negative about him, that's their right to feel the way they feel. You can't take that away from them. So if they say he's glad he's dead, okay, let them have that. That's how they feel. If they speaking ill on the dead, oh well, hey, we all gonna die. So I mean, people gonna talk about you regardless if you dead or not. I don't trip over that kind of stuff. It is what it is. But yeah, so with Suge Knight's situation, it was bound to happen. I knew at some point when the hit and run happened, I knew something was gonna come after that. Like it had to be some kind of punishment for him for the hit and run. Now Dad Denzel was the first to react to it. One of the first to react to it, and it caught a lot of backlash. Go check it out on YouTube. You'll see what I'm talking about. And he's getting backlash from what he's saying. Now people don't respect Daz Denzel because he said how he felt, and he don't like Suge. And a lot of people didn't. I mean, some people did, and a lot of people didn't though. A lot of people didn't. Once Dad spoke on it, then I seen Bosco, and I see Gunzo, and I see Yook Mouth, Suge Knight's son speak on stuff, and now I am also aware that if you do speak how you feel, expect something to happen too. If you speak how you feel or you say what's on your mind, you tell the truth, you have to expect backlash as well. You have to expect enemies. You have to expect people going against you. You have to expect not. You have to expect being less favorable to people. That also has a price. That's karma behind that too. And I'm fully aware of that as well, because as soon as Daz Dungeon said that, he just caught a case on something. I don't want to misquote what he. Let me look that up because I need to look that up real quick because it just came out. He has some charges trumped up against him now. I don't know if he's in jail or still is. I mean, it's just sad in general how black men could, conduct themselves in the public. Meanwhile, we got George Zimmerman, white ass, still walking the hell around, and we too busy worrying about beefing with each other. We got a killer that done killed one of our own, walking the hell around still. Same one that threatened Beyonce. Black people, we got to do better. But we entertain things that doesn't benefit us at all. Really, the media is just put there to distract you. Anyway, Hollywood media, entertainment is all put there to distract you from what's really going on. And if you are aware of that, you will not let this stuff bother you that much or distract you. Got so many things going on, man. And this whole drug and the rape thing, like, that's not new in entertainment. Because there's a lot of celebrities that's done it and still doing it. No matter what race they is. There's a lot of celebrities done a lot of shit that people will be surprised by. I mean, I'm not damn surprised because that's what they got to do. They have to do it. Even if they don't want to do it, they're forced to do it. They have no choice but to do it. So really, some of them suck it up and do it. Even though they don't want to do it. They're participating in demonic activities and satanic festivities and sick crap all at the same time. But if it ain't one thing, it's another, man. I mean, it's just so much to focus on. But this whole Bill Cosby case and Suge Knight case is just a prime example of what they do to successful, prominent black men that the industry has no use for anymore, and who has went against the grain with the entertainment industry. All right, so Daz Dillinger has 13 felony charges. I want to read this real quick. This is coming from Complex Magazine. 45-year-old Long Beach rapper and the Dog Pound member Daz Dillinger has been in the news recently thanks to his disapproval of Kanye West's endorsement of Donald Trump, but now he's making headlines for a decidedly different reason. TMZ reports that Daz has been arrested after police searched his Georgia home, finding 117 grams of marijuana and numerous other controlled substances. Let me make sure this is a recent. Okay, this is a recent one. Police reportedly arrested Daz last night, September 25th, when they discovered weed, THC pods, THC oil, and mysterious contained label cannabis lean in his home studio. Okay, let me stop there. Again, black people, I keep saying we need to start entertaining the foolery. Now, this ain't California, bro. This ain't California. Black people, we gotta stop being so damn flashy. It's in dry snitching because we do that too much. We talk too much. That's our problem. We don't know when to shut up. We talk too much. We just love to hear ourselves talk. Don't be talking about nothing. Now, in California, you can get away with this. No one's gonna care because it's legal. Marijuana, everybody's having a ball selling their marijuana and smoking it. Recreational or even medicinal, serving it to people who needs medical care. It is very open in California. However, you can't come to Georgia and do the same thing and get your ass on live and talk about it and showing your product. Stop it. what you thought was gonna happen. You think because you a celebrity that they were just the law enforcement were just gonna bypass all that in your video? No. You gotta be discreet and you have to be smart. Don't show your hand. So yeah, that was on him. That was stupid. Anywho, where we at? All right. He's currently in jail in Cobb County, where he was booked on 12 counts of possession of controlled substance and one count of more than 1 ounce of weed. They had to be watching him for a while. They've been waiting to get him. Come on. That's what it sounds like to me in this article. He's currently still in jail waiting to see a judge with his bond set at $15K. Before his arrest, Dash challenged fellow rappers to show the deeds to their homes to prove they aren't renting or paying a mortgage. Just this week, Dash turned his attention to Ye once again after previously dropping a diss track directed at him titled True to the Game. Posted on Instagram, he made his feelings abundantly clear. Kanye West, F you and your B. That B sucks so much D, she probably ain't sucking your D because you be on one. He talked about Kim Kardashian. This is in reference to actually Kanye West made a video not too long ago addressing Nick Cannon and Drake because they've slept with Kim Kardashian and even discussed Kim Kardashian. And Kanye West made some statements to Drake and Nick Cannon. When Nick Cannon came back and made a video, Drake is going to respond in his own way. I'm sure he is. Because he is. He's just petty like that. That's just Drake. So yeah, Kanye West was in his feelings about a hoe who's known in the industry, slept with everybody. And now you mad because they bringing her whole stuff up. Like, cut it out, Kanye. You sound stupid. Why would you even marry a person like that in the first place? Knowing that everybody been with her. Shows what kind of mentality you have. Come on. And that's when Daz responded. I mean, cause actually Lil Duval responded too. That was hilarious. Lil Duval did the same video the way Kanye did it, and he just really answered up. I mean, Lil Duval is silly as hell. Like, he's just silly. So that just spiked it so high with just this whole story of Kanye West's rant about Kim Kardashian and cats need to keep her name out their mouths. He's supposed to be caping for his wife. I mean, I get it. If that's your wife, you don't want nobody to talk bad about her, but at the same time, you can't turn an H into a housewife. You have more respect for yourself. You talk about respect, but you not respecting yourself, Kanye. I don't take this dude seriously. Oh, why am I even talking about this guy, man? Anyway. He subsequently urged Nick Cannon to beat up Kanye after the two were involved in a back and forth, which has reportedly since has been resolved. Although it should be noted that a freestyle with Cannon taking shots at Yeezy has since surfaced. This is the first time this year that Dillinger has found himself in trouble with the law, as he was approached by police in May after he threatened Kanye West. Well, Kanye West brought that on himself. It's how Kanye carries himself and what he says. But yeah, I mean, shouldn't I sentence him, man? Again, you gotta pay for what you've done to people. And that same go for Bill Cosby. Same thing in shooting that situation. You gotta pay for what you did. Doesn't matter how much good you did. It doesn't right those wrongs. You still gotta pay. And his past caught up to him. It is what it is. He ain't got no control of it. He got what he deserved. Plain and simple. I don't care. There's bigger things to worry about. Now, the last topic I have for tonight. This is the most interesting one. It's crazy, but it's truth. People can say what they want. I said the same thing with Matt Miller. Nobody want to believe me. Y'all think I'm crazy. Keep thinking I'm crazy. As you see, if you've been paying attention still, little by little, there's things coming up about Matt Miller's death. Okay? But I called it ahead of time when he died. Because it didn't sound right. And I'm going to keep saying it. And y'all going to still think I'm crazy? I don't give a damn. And it's going to be the same thing with Beyonce's ex-drummer. Y'all think I'm crazy? I don't give a damn. Everything she's saying is true. This is not a secret. This is an open, pretty much an open, some open information that people should be aware of and know about. Beyonce, okay? She ain't this perfect little angel. So cut it out. You people are lost, man. Gotta wake up. She is known to be a witch. She's a high priestess. This is no secret. All you gotta do is look at her videos. Look at her videos, not just her videos. Look at her pictures. Google it. Look at her pictures. Look at what she wears. Look at what she look. Even certain interviews. Before she stopped doing interviews, look at her earlier interviews of certain things she said. Look at her Super Bowl performance when she was transforming and this demonic entity came into her. You tell me she ain't satanic, she ain't demonic, and you thinking the ex-drummer is just lying, is just to throw on the bus? So yeah, look at her interviews, look at her videos, look at her pictures. The proof is in the pudding. There's no secret about it. Look at her performances. Come on. I'm going to read from dailymail.co.uk. The headline reads, and people don't want to believe because Beyonce has created such a clean image, you could say, that she's been running with for so long, that made people get so used to what they've seen. So when they hear something that they're not used to, they're not gonna receive it. They're gonna reject it. Especially if they have no knowledge of the entertainment industry and how you gotta get down to stay in the game and move up levels. It's levels to this, man. It's level to this. You don't just get in there based off talent. Anybody can have talent. There's a lot of talented people. And I bet there's some regular people that's way more talented than Beyonce. They just would never get the time of day. They'll never get her platform. They'll never get her fame, anything. But it's what you have to do to get there, to get to her level. That's what y'all not understanding. These celebrities admit to you who they are every day, and you don't even listen. It just goes over your head. And you think they're just talking out their A's, and you don't believe it because you think it's a joke. It's not. It's serious. It might sound joking because they're trying to say it in a joking manner. Doesn't mean it's lies. Because who jokes like that? If someone says they're a clone, who jokes like that? I don't even joke like that. Come on. Headline reads, Beyonce's former drummer accuses the singer of witchcraft, tapping her phone, and even claims she murdered her kitten. I believe it. A female drummer is accusing superstar Beyonce of extreme witchcraft and casting spells on her. Kimberly Thompson, who in court documents obtained by the Blast says she worked for the singer for 7 years, accused Beyonce of a campaign of harassment against her that included the practice of dark magic and magic spells of sexual molestation. And let's be clear, some people would not grasp or even think in their minds that certain individuals in the industry would never do those sorts of inhumane acts to other humans. Well, Sorry to tell you, here to inform you. It's gonna hurt your damn feelings, but I don't care. But you gotta see it for what it is. You can't move in that industry unless you getting down with things. You have to get down with the rituals. You got to get down with their game. You got to get down with everything they tell you to get down with. Even if it's the most disgusting thing you got to get down with, or you're not going to have a career, plain and simple. So if that includes pedophilia, yes, it does. Do I think it's far-fetched that Beyonce could be somehow involved or associated with it? No, it's not far-fetched. Why, you think she just got to her level at pure talent? No, there's many things she had to do to get there. So yes, she practiced dark magic. Yes, she does. And I do believe she knows about magic spells. Yes, she does. Anyway, Thompson even claimed the Lemonade hitmaker murdered her kid. The drummer filed paperwork seeking a restraining order against Beyonce, believing that she had been tapping her phones and controlling her finances, the blast reported Thursday. A judge denied Thompson's request for a temporary restraining order. Of course, the judge denied it. They're not going to touch Beyonce. Hello, they all work together. They're all on the same team. It's a whole brotherhood. It's a fraternity. Masonic. Of course, the judge is going to deny Thompson's request or even listen to any of her, listen to her case at all. And this ain't just about celebrities. Even judges, the court system in general, but judges, police officers, a lot of people are into these brotherhoods, man. It's Masonic. You have the Masons, you have the Eastern Stars. They all in cahoots. It doesn't matter if they're a celebrity or not. You have regular people in this world that's involved in the same thing. Doctors, lawyers, judges, police officers, it doesn't matter. So on and so forth. Even in the funeral homes. There's some funeral homes that are in the Masonic Brotherhood too. No one is exempt. So when I heard that the judge threw the case away, yeah, that's not surprising. Beyonce has not commented on the bizarre allegations. Of course, she's not going to comment on it, because if it's not true, she would actually speak about it and sue Kimberly Thompson for false accusations. But she ain't done it now, has she? So it makes you wonder. I mean, yes, I know. Given the fact Beyonce is pretty much a low-key artist who don't say much, no matter what story comes out about her, no matter what people say, I understand that too. Absolutely. However, if someone makes an extreme allegation like that, you would quickly defend yourself. No matter what it is, whether someone accuse you of something negative like that, or rape, or killing somebody, or whatever it is, you're going to defend yourself, period. Someone lies on you, oh yeah, because I'm definitely defending myself. Someone lied on me about something I did not do. We're going to go to war, and that's just what it is. So yeah, y'all really got to think about this now. You got to think about this. This is not far-fetched, y'all. This goes on in the industry all the time. There's always dark magic going on. There's always rituals going on. By the way, we in fall winter solstice, by the way. I'm just throwing it out there, okay? You know, hint hint. Mac Miller, hint hint. Then here comes Bill Cosby's case. Hint hint. And the sacrifice don't have to be an actual death. It can be a spiritual death. It can be mental, emotional, psychological death. There's different forms of death. It don't always have to be physical. Just keep that in mind. They can be financial death. I mean, you know, hell, social death. So yeah, when I saw this, yeah, that was definitely interesting. Not surprised. That's just the kind of that's the kind of world that she risks getting in at the same time. I think I skipped some stuff. Let me read this here. Meanwhile, the Crazy in Love performer was back in her hometown of Houston, Texas, Wednesday night with husband Jay-Z as they rocked the NRG Stadium on their On the Run tour too. Thank you to my hometown for being the loudest crowd so far. She boasted in the caption of a montage of pictures she shared to her Instagram. You can check it out on her Instagram. She has a whole bunch of followers on her Instagram. The power couple have just 7 more concerts to go on their tour, which kicked off in Cardiff, Wales in early June. The final court is set for Seattle, Washington on October 4th. Just a week ago, Bay shared her feelings about the tour on Instagram, writing, "I'm doing what I love most with whom I love most. I wish it could never end," she added, "feeling thankful for all of the love from my fans around the world." That is also on her Instagram, so that's the end of that article. Let me read what Beverly Shepard said. Sometimes saying something adds fuel to the fire. People are going to believe what they believe. You can't stop them. Oh, no, you sure can't stop them. I mean, that's just their opinion or their personal belief or just where they stand. But I mean, you also can't stop people from saying what they want to say, how they feel. You don't have to agree with it, but it should be some kind of middle ground, some kind of respect there, because everybody's not going to agree on the same thing. If we all agreed on the same thing, it would be a boring world, you know. But I mean, you can't please everybody. Yeah, saying things can add fuel to the fire, but I mean, you can't please everybody either. Truth hurts. Saying how you feel hurts people. What can you do? Those who resonate with what you say, those will be the people that resonate with it. If they don't, then they don't. Those people are not for you. That's all I can really say to that. But thank you for your comment, Beverly Shepard. I definitely respect your comment. Thank you, thank you. So with all this being said about the entertainment industry regarding Black people who are involved in that industry and all the things that they do in the industry, I know us as regular people, we're not perfect either. I'm not perfect. I've done things in my past that I'm not proud of. Even now, things I'm not proud of, I can admit that. And there's things I know I need to work on. And even doing things that can uplift myself and my people as well. At the same time, with these Black celebrities, I mean, they're not setting no example for our community at all. I mean, what is they really doing? I mean, they're in a world where they have no morals or ethics. You know, you can't really trust them. You know, people are so wrapped up in these celebrities and what they got going on and what they're doing and what they're into. But that takes away from your reality. Your reality. It's more to life than celebrities. But these stories that I just talked about and discussed should be some kind of example of things we shouldn't do as a human race, because really it's a spiritual war that we're in actually, as a human race, and what we should do, what we should not do, and look at those mistakes and try to be better as a human being. Now, concerning black people, there's a lot of things we need to work on. Bettering ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, and build as a nation and elevate our people, because all we have is us. You know, it doesn't matter how much status we have, what class you is, who's better than who light, who's dark, who's brown skin, and all this kind of irrelevant stuff. Doesn't matter. We just have to get right with ourselves. That's what's going to count in the end. And that's all you can do. Hey, there's nothing else to say. So I'm going to wrap this show up. It's been a great show. I enjoyed talking to you guys. Sorry that Jade couldn't be here. Again, she's sick. She's not feeling well. Get better, Jade. Love you. So sing your prayers out. Send positive vibes. She will be back next Monday. So make sure y'all tune in. We're going to have some more great topics. Now, where you can find us on social media. Facebook, Chit Chat Choose Show, LLC. Make sure you follow us there. We have a Facebook group, Chit Chat Choose Show Podcast. Join our group. Be added as a member of the group. We have a Instagram, Chit Chat Choose Show Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. We also have a Twitter at CCCS_podcast. Once again, CCCS_podcast. Twitter, make sure you follow us on there. We tweet about our show. We tweet about us. We tweet about what we got going on. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting us. We have a YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Hit the bell for notifications to get updates about our show. And check out all the shows that we've done recently and in the past. Everything is uploaded on there. Like, comment, share. Positive feedback, negative feedback, it doesn't matter. We appreciate all comments, all love. Thank you so much. What else am I missing? We got the website, www.chitchatchooseshow.com. Make sure you check out our website. We have everything from guest lists to artists, guests, information. So if you any previous guests we had on the show, if you want to find information on them or want to follow them on social media or check out their stuff, please go to our website to see that. We have our products on there, our soaps. We have soaps on there. What else we have? Quite a few things, but I definitely want to touch on the soaps though. Swirls. We have a few left. We have a few, a batch of them left. So get yours, okay? The information of purchasing soaps is on there. This is coming on the Be Authentic. Yes, this is coming on the Be Authentic. I'm talking about our products. I'm not talking about this show. I'm talking about our products. It's coming under that. But check out Swirl Soaps. We have other soaps that we're going to have on there. I'm going to update that soon. So stay tuned. Keep updated with that. Speaking of Be Authentic, go follow us on Facebook too. We have a Be Authentic page, Be Authentic Products at Be Authentic Products. We also have a Instagram for that too, Be Authentic_products at Be Authentic_products. So B, just the B, not BE, just the B. So Be Authentic_products. Facebook, just Be Authentic Products. Make sure you follow us on both platforms, Facebook and Instagram. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm thinking that's everything. Yeah. We do have a SoundCloud for Chit Chat Choose Show Podcast. Follow us on there. We have one for Vimeo. Follow us on Vimeo, Chit Chat Choose Show Podcast. That is it. Thank you all for tuning in. I will be back, including Jay. We'll be back next week. Have a blessed night. Peace out.